What's up everyone, ChaseB here for Operation Sports, and with this video, what we're going to be taking a look at are a whole bunch of penalties. What I did is I went in and ran a test game where I boosted all of the penalty sliders by +10 except for offsides and false start. So they are all at 60 rather than 50. A big focus this year, if you guys haven't been following along, is that penalties are actually supposed to happen more often in games, at least offline user versus CPU or user versus user games. A whole bunch of the penalties. I'll be showing all of the penalties, but I'll break down some of them in replay as well so we can all take a closer look. In addition, all the settings for this game will be in the description below, but at a high level. This is a game played on all pro difficulty, 8-minute quarters, accelerated clock, and fatigue is boosted to 60 rather than being at 50. Getting right to it, Flacco is going to go up top here, and Gay is going to end up getting called for the defensive pass interference. It looked like maybe the Ravens receiver initiated that contact, but that one will go against the defense. All right, next up, we're going to have a defensive face mask called against the Steelers. Shazier is going to grab Gilmore here around the head and helmet, and he's going to be called for a 15-yard penalty. And just a spoiler warning, Ryan Shazier is in a lot of these penalty calls coming up in this video. Okay, next up, we got Tuitt coming in here, and he's going to end up getting called for nailing Flacco behind the play. So we're going to tack on another 15-yard penalty here as roughing the passer is called against the Steelers. Now as we cut into the replay, this one's soft. We can definitely call this one soft. Joe Flacco is elite right there at getting a penalty called. Again, this is with the slider turned to 60. And this is a good time right here. This is, oh, no! Splits. Foot goes in the turf a little bit. You can't touch the quarterbacks in the NFL. Fact. Okay, now here, Flacco again is going to be super elite at something here. Poor William Gay too. I mean, he makes the pick, makes up for his PI earlier in the game, and it's all for naught, because Joe Flacco is a magician at getting these roughing the passer calls when the slider is set to 60. Here we go again. Oh! His foot! He just kicked him in the ankle. I saw it. Ready? Ready? Yeah! Down he goes. Doesn't even try to brace his fall. He really goes for the sell here. Spikes his own head into the turf. Good job, Joe. Next up, this is going to be the first block in the back, but not the last you'll see in this video. This one's going to go against the Steelers, obviously, on the kick return. Get to the video here in the replay, as you can see it going down. Number 46, keying on him, Johnson. He's just going to, just runs right in. You see the numbers. You can't push him. Can't push him in the back. It's against the rules. Beacham here is going to get called for offensive holding on 2nd and short. You can't do that, Beacham. You can't be holding on 2nd and short. Can't put the Steelers into a worse situation. They're already trailing. Doesn't help. We'll get to the replay here now. And again, the key is keep an eye on number 68 here, Beacham. He's going up against Canty, and that right arm is going to be in a place it can't be eventually here as Beacham's falling, and he's just reaching out and grabbing for whatever he can. And that's pretty standard holding right here coming up. You can't see the whole replay in Madden's replay mode for whatever reason, but there it is. There's the grab, and there's the hold as he's falling to the ground. Here, this is going to be a dump-off pass to Bell, and we're actually going to have a call way away from the play. This is going to be a block in the back on the Steelers. Poor Bell. He doesn't get to have the big gain here. Let's see the ref make the call. Marcus Wheaton, you're the culprit. Get a view of it in the replay. And again, yeah, pretty blatant. Both arms out. Straight up shove. Moving on here, I throw just a terrible ball into double coverage. But Ben, learning from Joe Flacco, learns that, hey, the best thing to do, take a dive. Just take the dive. Going to the replay. I'm going to say Canty. Yeah, Ben. Ben weighs about 250. I'm saying he's selling that. Here we're going to have another instance of blocking in the back, this time on the CPU and the Ravens. And it's going to come courtesy of, I believe, Steve Smith. Now, Steve, I love Steve. Anyone who will wear a Ric Flair robe unabashedly is okay with me. But here again, away from the play, it's going to be really blatant. He's going to push and then put his hands up like I didn't do it. But Steve, come on, you've been around the league. You're a vet, you know. Hey, and guess what? Another instance of blocking in the back coming up. This time it's going to be on one of the gunners here on the punt return. I think what we might be learning is that moving the illegal block in the back up to 60 may cause a few too many block in the backs to occur, especially because they're happening away from the ball. We'll get the replay real quick. Again, it's going to be pretty blatant. This one's, I feel a little bad for Cortez Allen here because it's kind of, you know, it's not too bad shoving the back. It's a little bit from the side, but still, definitely blocking the back. It's a good call. On a short yardage run situation, we're going to get another holding penalty. We'd won earlier on the Steelers already, so this is going to be another instance of that where, you know, just a little bit of grabby here on a short yardage play where you just shouldn't be doing it. Again, this is with holding up to 60. So again, maybe it's a little high. Ramon Foster here, he's just going to grab. Again, you can't see the whole play, but it's pretty blatant that left arm's going to really sit in there here as he is going to be pushing, and then just hold on a little too long. You can see the grip. Show it one more time, just for posterity's sake. There's the arm. Grab. Can't do that. Here, deep ball. Antonio Brown, of course, being a handful as usual. Really interesting interaction there. Both sides saying there's a penalty or should be called on them. You can clearly see the two-man there as I'd say Antonio Brown got obstructed. I sort of came in and tried to make this contact happen a little bit. But again, it's pretty clear that he's going to slow up, put the arm out, and as soon as that arm comes out, it's pretty much a given you're going to get called for it. I'll get a different angle here now just to make sure you can see the arm. It's going to fly out. Messing with the replay camera a little too much. Good. There it is. Arms up. And there's the arm bar right there, right in the rib cage. Can't do it. Here I'm going to do the old Donovan McNabb special. Roll out one side and throw completely across your body to the other for a fantastic long gain. This is going to be a face mask on the defense at the end on the tackle. I think you'll notice with these face masks that the defender clearly goes for the face mask and the player's head does turn like it's being grabbed. But looking in the replay, the hand never actually ever goes to the mask itself. It's probably just some sort of animation issue or whatever else. But clearly, the grab is happening. The neck is turned like he's got the face mask grab right now, but there is no actual grab taking place. Regardless, that's a 15-yard penalty, and you can really see the head now moving, tilting to the side as he goes down. Again, we're going to have another defensive pass interference coming up. You can really tell, I mean, there was a lot of focus on two-man interactions this year. The Madden team spoke a lot about it, and you can really tell even on the penalty calls where guys are going up, and then clearly there is contact occurring that should be called. We'll get a look at the replay here now. This is Bryant trying to go up top. Might be uncatchable, but regardless, Melvin gets caught under him here, and you know you can't put the arm around the body. That's a no-no. And then he kind of throws him to the ground too at the end. Bryant does a good job selling it, but yeah. Here's another pass interference that's about to be called. Again, I user with Antonio Brown, and I really force the contact here. I mean, I run up this Ravens defender's back. I think it's worth pointing out that there is no slider for offensive pass interference. It's just an on-off switch, which seems a little weird to me. That's in the penalty menu, but there's just an on-off switch. Again, I really run up this guy's back. I'm trying to cause the contact. So again, it might be somewhat easy to take advantage of the penalty slider if you boost it to 60 with pass interference. Because again, look, I'm initiating all of the contact here. And then the Ravens player does put the arm out, but still, I think that one would be Antonio Brown, if anything. So this one's a little confusing to me. There is a little bit of a bug right now where some players on defense will just encroach randomly before the snap. But this is not that. This is a neutral zone infraction. We'll go into the replay here now and look at number 98. Again, maybe I'm just misunderstanding the rule, but I don't see 98 being in the neutral zone. Everyone looks like they're on sides here. So a little confused about that one, but either way, it's a touchdown. This is going to be another face mask call. Again, not really going to see a grab here. And in general, this play is kind of gross looking. Of course, it's going to be our best buddy here. I think this is Ryan Shazier getting called. Let's see. Yep. Hey. Yeah, he would not be on the field anymore. He's gotten called for about 20 penalties this game. But again, returner kind of runs up his own blocker's back, kind of gets caught here, split-legged, and here's going to come ChaseB. I don't know where the grab happens. Maybe at the bottom of the pile here. It's a little hard to see. But again, maybe it's that side of the helmet grab. Again, they don't actually grab the face mask, so it's a little hard to tell sometimes where these calls are being made. I'm going to zoom in, take one more look. But in general, yeah, this play's a mess. Just a mess. One more time. Yeah. I don't know. Not sure. Once again, we're going to have a block in the back away from the play coming up. This is going to be on another wide receiver. This time it's on Brown. We'll get a quick look in the replay now. Here it is, number 14. He's going to come across the middle and then just boom, shove. Again, it's a little tough. It's in the side a little bit. But again, don't do that. It's away from the play. It's not smart. Just get in his way. That's all you got to do. You don't got to push him. Come on, man. Here I will be embarrassing myself by missing the very, very quick-footed Joe Flacco. And then, oh, look, Ryan Shazier. He's going to get called for a 15-yard face mask penalty. If there's one thing I know is that Joe Flacco is also elite at getting face mask penalties, just like he is elite at throwing the football, and just like he's very, very good at getting roughing the passer penalties. Joe Flacco, what isn't he elite at? Again, no grab of the face mask, but again, you can see the head, the big old head of Joe Flacco being twisted and turned as he's brought to the ground by our favorite buddy, Ryan Shazier. Come on, Ryan. Jeez. It's funny. It's almost like it was a game of makeup calls or just like Ben Roethlisberger and Joe Flacco trying to one-up each other in terms of flopping and flailing around to get calls. Here, it's going to be a roughing the passer call. It's another one where it's like, I don't know about this. Ben Roethlisberger, you're 250. But again, sliders up to 60, so maybe just leave it at default. Here, we're going to have a little chest bump action going on. Just a little bump. I mean, Ben's on 1 foot. I guess he's a little off kilter, a little off balance. But probably, again, big-time sell job. Good for Ben. First down. I won't be showing the replay here, but again, I wanted to show every single penalty that occurred in the game. It's going to be another block in the back. This time it's going to be on Bell. Again, it's sort of away from the play as Ben scrambles out of the pocket. The slider, when it's boosted to 60, clearly is working very well as we had plenty of block in the backs in this game. And finally, there's no slider for this one. This is just all me. I do this a lot in Madden, actually. I step past the line of scrimmage and then throw the football. I really like to step up in the pocket, and clearly I like to step up in the pocket a little too much at times. So, yeah, this is a legal forward pass. No slider for this one. This is all user error. So as we look at the post-game stats, the Ravens, 8 penalties for 154 yards. The Steelers, 12 penalties for 138 yards. It's worth pointing out the average in 2014 for the highest penalized teams or most penalized team was Seattle at 8 penalties a game. Jacksonville was the least penalized at 4.6. Go Jags, there you go. Number 1 at something. And so EA said they tuned the penalty sliders at 50 to base on real-life NFL data. And it seems like that might be the case because, again, I boosted all of the sliders except for the false start and offsides to 60. And I got more penalties, especially I was just playing accelerated clock, 8 minutes. So my recommendation would be to leave all those sliders alone at 50 for now. If you really want to tweak them, put them up +5 or -5, no more than that. Also worth noting again that offensive pass interference does not have a slider. It's just an on-off switch, and we did not get any offensive pass interference plays in this game. It's just a 1-game sample size, but again, it's worth noting maybe offensive pass interference is a little hard to come by still at this juncture. Whew, all right, man, I'm worn out after that. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed checking out a lot of the penalty calls as we mess with the sliders. If you enjoyed this video, of course, like, comment, subscribe. You can also head over to operationsports.com for plenty more Madden info, or you can join the community and join in the conversation. Until next time, guys, have a great day.